And here in Germany, a court has thrown out a climate change lawsuit brought by a Peruvian farmer against the energy company RWE. Saul Luciano Lliuya argued that the German firm has fueled greenhouse gas emissions and should pay to protect his hometown from a melting glacier. RWE has never operated in Peru and denied responsibility, arguing that climate change is a global issue. The court in Hamm in western Germany said an appeal is not possible, bringing the decade-long case to an end. And joining us now from the court in western Germany is our chief climate reporter, Louise Osborne. Louise, tell us how the court arrived at that decision in this long-running dispute.
I mean, as you said, this is a case that's been about 10 years in the making. And in the end, it was a technicality that brought it to an end. The court decided that there was not sufficient risk to the farmer's house itself. However, they did go on to say that they felt that companies like RWE should be held responsible for the emissions and the impacts that those emissions are having and causing global warming. And experts have told me that that is going to have wide-ranging consequences.
And what are these consequences? What does this mean for the climate change movement in terms of holding companies accountable?
I mean, we've already seen it to some extent. There have been cases that have followed in the footsteps of this one. This one is the first to have come to the decision that companies should be liable for their emissions. But there are other cases that are happening all over the world, in Belgium, for example, in Indonesia, and in the US against big energy companies. And experts say that following this decision will give guidance to courts having to make a decision in the future about whether these companies can be held liable for the damages that they are seeing all over the world as a result of the emissions that they are producing and the global warming that that is causing.
DW's chief climate reporter Louise Osborne in Hamm in western Germany. Thank you, Louise.